Welcome back to Align and Thrive with Neha Lodha. What if I told you that fear is often something we are taught, not something that actually exists? And what if the reason something feels impossible is because someone told you it is? Today, Neha is taking us through her own journey of becoming First Lady Chartered Accountant from her hometown. Despite a humble start, average grades, no English fluency, and no idea how tough CA was, Neha, let's begin where it all started.
So yes, I grew up in Manmad, a very small town in Maharashtra. Until 10th standard, I studied in a government Marathi medium school. I was that people call an average student or just someone who barely passing marks. So some of my friends even called me slow, dumb, or sometimes always a backbencher kind of person. But I was okay with it. I wasn't chasing marks, I was just following the flow. After 10, I took science because that was only choice available in my hometown and no other streams were really available that time. And little did I know, I was just about to I never knew that I will choose this path to become a chartered accountant. Since it was a science stream which was available, I took that, and along with the flow, I was also moving. I thought my friends are going to go for engineering and I will also do the same. So I was even not aware of what chartered accountancy is and what are the other options really available to me.
So how did CA happen then?
Yeah, so then yes, and not from a dreams of ambition, I never decided to be a chartered accountant. My father said that we are Marwadi family and we don't do jobs. So if you become an engineer, who will hire you? Better you do chartered accountancy, because every Marwadi, they are all the time doing business. So at least you can do their accounts, you can handle something part of their accounts, and wherever then you are being married will not be problem for you, since as an engineer, you have to be in a metropolitan city, have to chase the job. So better you take chartered accountancy as your choice.
What was the shift like when you moved to Pune?
Yeah, it was really a major shift for me, a culture shock and completely a different thing, because in Pune I couldn't speak English fluently. In fact, I couldn't speak English only. So I avoided making friends. I didn't want to be judged. I always thought that let me not talk, let me stay in that shield so that nobody will judge me. So I would talk to myself constantly in my head just to build that confidence that okay, I am in a safe space, I can still decide to bloom. But here is the thing, I never feared the chartered accountancy syllabus because I didn't know that it is hard. I never knew what chartered accountancy is. I just took it as a target being given by my father, and I was like, okay, since it is given as a command to me by my father, let me just do it. And then I started focusing on how to really make it happen as early as possible.
You didn't fully understand the course and still cleared CA in one shot?
Yes, I cleared it in first attempt. And here is a funny part about it, that even today I am not totally aware of what really a nominal account, real account, personal account, how to do posting. I never know that, but it is the truth that my partnership account always tallied, and what worked, that I never carried that fear. I never carried that, oh, only this percentage of people really cleared as a chartered accountant, so where I will be counted in that percentage. I was like, okay, it's just an exam. Let us show up and let's give it a average marks. And even for CA, average mark means a lot. It is just about clearing the exam. So I cleared it.
You use this amazing snake metaphor to explain that.
Yeah, so I'll tell you about that metaphor. So this is something I really love. Imagine this, like you are blindfolded and sitting alone in a room, and I am dictating you as if a soft object is going from you, and you are loving it, how nice it is, it's just like a feather, and you will just stay calm, enjoy that moment, and you will just love it. But when I opened your eyes and you could see that it was not something very soft and a dreamy object, but it's the snake which was moving on my body, how you will react? So it was really like that, because we many times, just before things are happening to me, we hold those things inside us, that fearing, that palpitation, and we all the time predict situations. Oh my God, CA is such a hard thing. What if I don't clear? And all these things come when you really think from that perspective. But when you just think of it as an exam and you just want to clear it, then it is very simple. You just keep moving in that direction and things just fall in place.
What's the biggest thing your story teaches, especially for someone who feels not good enough?
Yeah, that you don't need to be a topper all the time. What city you are from, or are you okay in English or not? How are your percentage in past? That really doesn't matter. What matters is, are you willing to go ahead? Are you willing to do it now? So are you just not need to carry that fear that doesn't really belong to you? You just need to replace suggestions with truth. I didn't need to know everything. I just needed to believe something different and still carry that mindset in everything we do. So it is very important before doing anything. We need to be very clear of where we want to reach. We need to be very clear of our end goals. And when we are clear of where we want to reach, things will fall in place. You will get right signals, you will get right things, right people, and helping you all through your route.
What would you say a student or a professional doubting themselves?
Yes, I would say them that stop asking, am I good enough? Start asking, can I show up every single day? And can I show up with confidence? So you don't need to deserve success in some perfect way. You just need to drop the stories, the perception of how you can really all the time fail and fall. You just have to come out from that loop and reach out to me and just talk to anyone and reframe that to a confident story, confident statement that you are holding all the time, and things will unfold for you really, really soon.
Neha, this was such an empowering reminder to everyone watching. Maybe what's blocking your success isn't it your background or your marks or your knowledge. Maybe it's just a suggestion you have been carrying about what's possible for you. You don't need to know it all. You just need to believe that ease is available too. We'll see you in the next episode of Align and Thrive. Until then, stay rooted, stay rising, and stay aligned.